The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, made me lose intrigue in the Walking Dead universe. So what am I talking about when I talk about this topic? Well, this is one that I've been kind of wanting to do for a little while. I kind of wanted to sit on this topic because honestly, it's not an easy topic to discuss. Obviously, losing intrigue in The Walking Dead is not a sentence I've been able to say ever, honestly, until this moment. For over the course of 5 years in the Walking Dead universe, and maybe even 6, the more I think about it, it's somewhere around those lines, we have been building up to the CRM. They gave them their own 2-season miniseries with The World Beyond, which led a bunch of different teenage characters, which obviously some worked, some didn't, but a lot of people did not enjoy The Walking Dead World Beyond, but it did set up for the CRM to be a greater threat in the franchise. At least that's what I assume the show was. Also, we waited, I would say, about another 5 to 6 years to get to see the return of Rick Grimes in the Walking Dead franchise. And for many, many years, there was a lot of intrigue because we were wondering, when is Rick going to come back into the fold? When are we going to learn more about the CRM? What is the CRM going to do? What is Rick going to do? What is that whole thing going to do for the overarching franchise? And within the matter of 6 episodes, we got to see the conclusion, supposedly, of Rick Grimes' character and the very all of a sudden, massive, huge conclusion of the CRM, which was literally what felt like a snap of a finger and they were gone. So now going forward in the Walking Dead franchise, getting to see that being the conclusion of the CRM and their story, and getting to see what is potentially the conclusion of Rick Grimes' story, ask Scott M. Gimple. He wouldn't be able to tell you if it's the end of his story or if it's just the beginning. So in other words, Scott Gimple has no idea if he wants to have Rick Grimes return to the Walking Dead or not, which definitely misses a little bit of an intrigue for me because it's like, okay, so we may not ever get Rick Grimes again, and if we do, it's going to be something that Gimple just makes up. Is basically what is being, presented to us. Now, here's the thing. The Walking Dead universe, in my opinion, felt like it took a massive conclusion with 106 The Ones Who Live because they concluded the CRM, which has been the built-up Walking Dead enemy since, I would say, 2017, back in Season 8 of the original Walking Dead, when Rick Grimes first saw the helicopter fly over him during the All Out War storyline. And ever since then, I would say that has been the most intriguing villain group of the Walking Dead franchise, mixed with the fact that for many, many years, we knew them as the group that took Rick in the helicopter. So obviously there was intrigue there, and for many, many years, they led us on thinking that, okay, Rick Grimes is going to return, the CRM are going to be a huge threat, and potentially even the endgame threat of the Walking Dead franchise. But obviously that didn't happen. We got to see a 6-episode love story.
Oh, you are pissing me the fuck off right now.
That semi-focused on the CRM, and they concluded the CRM, Rick went home, and supposedly they wrapped up Rick Grimes' character. So going forward in the Walking Dead universe, I've had a lot of questions from a lot of people, a lot of you guys that watch the channel asking, Dan, why aren't you as intrigued with The Walking Dead as you were when The Ones Who Live was being built up? Why aren't you as intrigued for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon and The Walking Dead Dead City? And I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I've honestly come up with the answer. I don't think that there is an intrigue anymore.
You miss him, huh?
Rick!
I don't. Rick Grimes is the heart and soul of The Walking Dead, and he supposedly got his ending with his family. Yes, there are other ties, and there are other things that Rick Grimes is tied to that I hope get answered in the future, but Rick Grimes did conclude. Rick Grimes was a concluded character by the end of 106 and Ones Who Live. And obviously, the CRM are done. We're not going to see any more of them because they've joined and, connected with the other communities at this point. They've changed that place for the good. That was the purpose of the Season 1 finale of The Ones Who Live, and that was the absolute end. And now going forward in the franchise, without that heart and soul, which is Rick Grimes, leading the franchise again, it's kind of like, okay, so we don't have to really, we don't have to watch anymore, because it's like the heart and soul of The Walking Dead is done, right? And a lot of people may say, well, Dan, at the same time, And I understand a lot of people may say, well, for many, many years, Rick Grimes wasn't leading the franchise and you had an interest back then, so what's the difference now? My answer to that would be, well, throughout those last 5-some years that Rick wasn't in the franchise, but we still had an intrigue, is because we were waiting to see Rick Grimes. We had that end goal to get to see Rick's character again, and to get to see the storyline with the CRM finally play out. And now with those two things done, Rick having a reunion with his family, and yet they still want to keep the franchise going with The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon and The Walking Dead Dead City, with not really any kind of massive villain group intrigue for the overarching franchise, more so just separate stories in separate timelines, with no Rick Grimes, the guy that's the heart of The Walking Dead.
Tell you what, I'll give you a little motivation.
Intrigue is definitely not there for me anymore. For me, The Walking Dead has reached a point where if Rick Grimes is concluded and the CRM is concluded and there's no greater story here and Rick Grimes really did get his ending, then I don't have an intrigue in The Walking Dead like I used to. Does it mean I'm still going to watch The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon and Dead City? Absolutely. We're still going to do videos on it. But I'm saying this, The Walking Dead universe has lost its intrigue after what The Ones Who Live did. And again, it's not a bad thing at all. The Ones Who Live concluded things the way they wanted to conclude things. But I don't think The Walking Dead has an intrigue anymore, because that was the material, 106 of The Ones Who Live, to conclude the Walking Dead franchise. And the fact that they didn't do that, and Rick Grimes' story might be done, and the CRM is for sure done, I'm understanding why people are jumping ship. There is definitely not an intrigue anymore. So that's why we called this The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live has killed the intrigue in The Walking Dead. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? I definitely think that this is a statement that needs to be said, and I'm interested in hearing your comments down below on what you guys think in terms of the overall franchise direction. Do you think that we have an intrigue in this franchise going forward, or do you think, like, no, honestly, we got Rick Grimes' conclusion, we got the CRM conclusion, anything else is just extra? Or do you think that, yes, the franchise is, if anything, more intriguing than ever before because of the fact that that happened, and you think that going forward in the franchise, it's going to be more exciting because you don't know where things are going to go? Let me know. Post comments down below. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe and don't miss any other videos to The Walking Dead universe. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos for The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.